drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581.
Attention all business owners and creative minds. Do you need a unique and personalized touch for your products? Look no further than Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs. We offer custom laser engraving services for a variety of products, including promotional items and corporate or personal gifts. With state-of-the-art equipment and a team of skilled designers, we can engrave intricate designs on virtually any material. Whether it's a special message, a company logo, or a custom design, Romika Laser Engraving will help you make your mark. And the best part, our prices are affordable and our turnaround time is quick.
I couldn't be happier with the work Romika Laser Engraving did for me. The engraving on my product was precise and exactly what I wanted.
So don't wait any longer to add a personal touch to your products. Call Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs today at 817-400-4040 or visit our website at romikadesigns.com. We look forward to helping you make your mark.
Hey travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1820. 855-325-1820. That's 855-325-1820.
Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No, no one does. If you can't sleep at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you. This service is strictly limited to individuals that owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS, or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now, to learn more.
800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. That's 800-240-4587.
You're listening to JoCo Community Radio.
Good morning, Jobfather Nation. We are excited to be here today, September 13th. And just a reminder, JoCo Community Radio is a member of EMG, a radio and podcast collective, proudly serving communities like Johnson and Tarrant County, Texas. We are live 365 on the TuneIn Radio Network and on our station app. Check out the lineup and more at tuneinjoco.com. We truly want to thank our valued partners in helping us amplify the voices of our communities. Before we get started, Again, we always have a jam packed, exciting show for you. Before we get started, though, let's bow our head for a quick word of prayer. Father God, thank you for the honor and privilege to be here this Friday yet again to serve the job seeker community. I just pray, Lord God, that they would each learn, hear, and see what it is you have for them during this time to grow them and build their fruit of the Spirit. And we just ask that you would open up amazing doors of opportunity for them, Lord, and for all people in the job search and job transition. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Well, Foster,
Amen.
before we get to our announcements, do
Right.
you have a funny dad joke?
I got a funny dad joke. I've got an open job that I want to share with everybody that we'll be
Woo!
excited about.
I do
And
too.
listening audience, whatever Dana just said is correct. So,
At least
so
once in my life I'm correct. No, I'm just kidding.
oh, you're a lot more correct than I am. Man, we got John Matczyski with us today. We got my longtime friend Kelly Wells with us over
Hi,
there.
Kelly!
And
Hi.
just want to say hi. I'm going to be introducing those guys to you guys as we go. So, uh, let's talk about this open job real quick, Dana. And if you've got any
I
positions that
do.
you want, yeah, I figured you did. So, I'm excited about this because there's so few talent acquisition opportunities out there. Recruiter guys is what I'm talking about. So, we have a recruiter position over in Dallas. It should pay pretty well. The company is looking for an accounting and finance recruiter. Now, your background is going to have to show that you've been adept in recruiting, accounting, and finance. And if you come from an agency environment, that's what they're excited about. This is a very, very well known agency. And the Career Search Network helped build this agency, to be honest with you. And guys, contact me, foster.williams at sbcglobal.net. My phone number, 214-728-6930. If you guys know of somebody, or you might be that somebody that we're looking for, call me and I'll tell you all the gory details about the company and the position and everything. But again, it's a finance and accounting focus, guys. Focus on finance and accounting recruiter. And I think you'll be happy with it. I hope you're the right person. I hope you guys have had some finance and accounting experience. Leon DeLeon, I know you're, if you're listening, man, I know this, you're way above this position, but every time I hear finance and accounting, I think about you. So
Hey,
go ahead, Dana.
no. Finish, please finish. This is important.
Do you know Leon? He worked at Corn Ferry. I mean, he was there with
I
me before you
don't.
got there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got to introduce you to Leon. Y'all
Oh, I
got to
would
allow
love that.
y'all got to allow me to be the job father every once in a while. So, guys, check this out. My intention is to make you guys laugh before we start the radio show. So let's just see if this is a good one. And I'm trying to pick who's going to be our judge, who's going to be our referee this morning for the
Well,
jokes.
Foster, can I make my announcement real quick before we hop in there?
Oh man, I completely forgot about
No,
you. I was
it's
on.
okay. Don't
Oh
worry.
my
Well,
God.
first of all, there is something. We've got a couple great people that are already joining. One of them, Gerard Roble, one of Foster's besties. Gerard let us know that
Right.
there's a Dallas job fair Tuesday, September 24th at 10 a.m. at the CDT Radisson Hotel in Dallas, North
Okay.
Addison area. Again, it is supported by the Catalyst Career Group. Again, Dallas Job Fair, September 21st, 10 a.m., September 24th, 10 a.m. at the Radisson Hotel in Dallas North, aka Addison, supported by the Catalyst Career Group. And then, real quick, thank you, Foster, for your
Sure.
help. I wanted to let you know we are continuing to hire at Beacon Oral Specialists. Our corporate headquarters is right here in Dallas, right at the corner of 635 and 75. And we are about to post a job, so you're hearing about it before it's even posting, for a QA specialist full-time position in office Monday through Friday. This specific role needs someone who has done QA in the revenue cycle management RCM space and has experience in quality assurance in healthcare. Those are mandatory for this person to be successful because we are a company in the healthcare space, and the QA person will be providing quality assurance for our revenue cycle management team. So, with that being said, we're excited about that. We also have over 121 practices nationwide. So, if you go to our website, beaconoralspecialists.com, and you go to the careers section, you can see that we have numerous front office, patient care coordinator, treatment coordinators, sterilization techs, and surgical assistants / dental assistants that we are hiring for our practices all throughout the United States. And we have, I believe, both a front office and surgical assistant position here in Dallas-Fort Worth with one of our practices in Grand Prairie. So take a look at our website, and you can reach out to me, Dana Gingerich, and I will put my email address in so that Kelly can post it in the feed. But it's dgingerich@beaconoralspecialists.com. You can also go to our website.
Gingerich, Dana.
Oh, Ginger with an ICH.
Ginger ICH. That's it.
Yep. And I am putting the email address in here, but you can just go to our website. My counterpart, Kevin Allen, is the recruiter for that rec. So if you do apply on our website, beaconoralspecialists.com, we only have 2 openings for practices in Texas outside of our quality assurance here in Texas. It'll be easy to find. If you apply, Kevin will give you a call. So anyways, thank you, Foster. Appreciate the opportunity to share some of these positions.
Absolutely. That's what we're all about. That's what this radio show is all about, to give you guys good information that you need to know if you're looking for an opportunity to extend your career. Sometimes we get laid off. It's not our fault anymore, guys.
Yeah.
We know the dynamics that's going on in corporate America. Do not take it personally, guys, but keep going. Keep your foot on the gas. And Kelly will tell you that one. In fact, we'll be talking about it the second part of the show.
Yeah.
So check out the guys. It's time for a dad joke. And you know what? I qualify because I am a dad. So, hey, Hannah Banana out there. Hannah belongs to me. She looks just like me.
Hi, Hannah.
So, guys, check this out. If you're feeling a little chilly, if you're cold, go sit in the corner. It's 90 degrees.
Wait,
is Dana trying to figure it out? Look.
Yeah, that was the joke. All right, Foster.
Oh, I get it. It's 90 degrees. Got it.
See, that's dad joke. That's
still waiting for that one to land.
That's John, a right angle right there.
That's the what I get out of this lame dad jokes is get that reaction.
Yeah, it took me a second. I was like, oh yeah, duh, 90-degree angle.
Also, check this out. This guy down below me, I've been friends with for a while. His name is John Matczyski, and he is director of admissions at Computer Minds. And we want to hear all about Computer Minds. We want to hear a little bit about John and what he thinks of the network and some of the things that he sees going on in the network that he is observing and he might want to share with you, Jobseeker. So don't ask me how to spell John's last. You know what? No, I do know how to spell it. MATCZYSKI.
NSKI. You got it. You were 90% there.
Man, dang it, I thought I had it for sure this time.
it's funny with my last name. When my wife and I got married, our friends asked, "Hey, how do you say, or how did you learn John's last name?" And y'all remember the Mickey Mouse song, Mickey?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
she put my last name to that tune, Matczyski, and that's how she learned how to spell my last name. So now
I
our
forgot
last
that
name.
in.
So yeah. So that was her funny joke on how to learn my last name. So there you go.
That's good. That's a good one. Now,
It
see,
works.
I've got something. Now, I won't forget your N anymore.
Yeah. The next time we're at South Lake Focus, you can just sing the tune for everybody. So
I'm
there
gonna
you go.
do it. I'm gonna do it, and everybody's gonna bat their eyes and squinch their face.
Exactly.
All right, John, tell us all about Computer Minds, man, because you guys have a lot of value for job seekers.
Yeah, absolutely. And I appreciate y'all letting me come and be a guest on the show here today. Super excited for it.
It won't
But
be the last time.
well, hey, I appreciate that
Yeah.
too. We'll get the schedule going. But I'm the director of admissions over at Computer Minds. ComputerMinds.com. We are we're a career training school here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We're located in Euless, right off of 183. And what we do is we provide short-term certification training programs around the information technology fields. So IT support, networking, cloud, cybersecurity, kind of all the top, the hot topics for IT. Then we also have our business leadership, business management in the form of the project management, the PMP, the Six Sigmas, the ITIL, the Scrum certifications. So everybody on that leadership side of the house, super popular, super marketable certifications. And probably one of the coolest things that we have is our partnership with the Texas Workforce Commission. And there are different grants out there through TWC that if you qualify, you can actually get your training at no cost to you. So that turns out to be a pretty cool opportunity if we get you through what's called as the WIOA program, Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act. We get you into WIOA, and takes about 6 weeks to go through the vetting process. But if we get through it, now all of a sudden we have a grant to pay for training. We don't have to come out of pocket. So awesome program, super in demand here for DFW. And I've been working with the IT field and the workforce programs now since 2012. So I know their programs and
you've been
process
at it a
really
while,
well.
yeah.
It's been a minute. It's definitely been a journey inside the industry. It's crazy on what it looked like in 2012, 2013 compared to what it looks like today in 2024. So it's been an awesome journey.
You guys will notice that there are some, not all, but there are some job postings that will require a certification. A lot of times we see that. And if you can get that certification for free, hey, talk to John about that. MATCZYNSKI. How about that N?
Hey, look at that.
I think that's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I'll drop
Can y'all
all
hear
my
me?
contact info. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you, Dana.
Yeah, there you go. And I'll drop my contact
Yeah, it just
info
sounds
in here
like it's
as well.
kind of cutting it out. Okay.
We got you. You're fine.
Yeah, and I'll drop my contact info into the chat so everybody can grab it as well. But yeah, I mean,
Right.
if you're in that career transition right now, one of the I understand career transition can be very scary, but one of the things that you have when you're in transition is now you have time, right? And when you're working full time, it's hard to try and do certification training. So when you're in this unemployed state, if you can use some of that time to be able to help with some certification and some upskilling, it's a great opportunity to be able to go through it. And like I said, I mean, whether you're looking for Cisco or Microsoft or CompTIA or those leadership, the PMP Six Sigma Scrum type style certifications, I can help you with that through Computer Minds. But through the Workforce Grant, pretty much any type of certification that you can think of is approved with the Workforce Grant. So there's a lot of different opportunities.
Wow.
And if you're not using the Texas Workforce Commission and you're unemployed right now, definitely get over to your local workforce office, and there's a lot of resources that they might be able to help you out.
Man, they got a lot.
Question for you. Is it, do you have to be unemployed to be able to take advantage of the Workforce Grant?
So to qualify for the WIOA program, so there are parameters to this, right? So collecting unemployment is one of them. Um, your unemployment has ran out, but you're still unemployed. That's another way. Being on the food stamp program, the SNAP, SNAP program, that's another way to get into it. Or you can be working, but you have to be severely underemployed. And severely underemployed, unfortunately, that's not a subjective comment. There are dollar amounts based on family size tied to what the workforce considers severely underemployed. So you could be working and you maybe you got a family of 4 or 5 at home and you only make 22 grand a year at a part-time job. Those are the ways that you could get into it. Now, if you're full-time employed making a livable wage, unfortunately, no, the WIOA program won't be an option. The program really is for those individuals that can't fund their own training focused on certifications. But those are the ways to get into it. Now, here's kind of one way to kind of get into it. So say maybe you left your job, right? Or you've been unemployed for 6 months and you're not collecting unemployment, whatever it is. I talk about the food stamp program, the SNAP program. If you're on SNAP, it is a guarantee you'll get into WIOA.
Oh, really?
Right? It is, yeah. If you are on food stamps, because now if you're on food stamps for any reason, you're automatically considered low income, whether you're not working or you're working. So if you're on the SNAP program, that's a way to get into it. And I'll say this, don't let your pride or your ego get in the way.
I see that benefits. A lot, yeah.
Whenever I bring up food stamps, people are like, I really don't want to get onto that program because they feel it's this like negative thing. No, you being on that program will get you into the WIOA grant. So don't let your pride or your ego get in the way of these benefits that you're eligible for to be able to help you better yourself for the long term. So that's one way that I help individuals all the time is let's get you on SNAP and then we'll get you into WIOA.
There you go. Absolutely. It's
John,
a time for them to upscale.
Yeah. John, I got an idea that you guys are probably on top of. I don't know. I've never asked you this. I've always wanted to ask you. Does your company, there are some companies out there that are invested in certain, I guess you could, the very thing that you guys train on, the certifications. Are there some companies that team up with you guys to train I guess it would be some of their IT people. It doesn't have to be IT people, but
like their
employees. Do they team
employees.
up with you guys to train their employees on that type of activity to get that specific?
Yeah,
training?
absolutely. Right. So we definitely have companies that reach out to us looking for the type of training that we offer, and we definitely can and will bring that into those businesses to be able to help upskill their current incumbent employees. So absolutely, those are things that we can do for companies that need different types of training. We can do that for them as well. We actually before this meeting, I was at a local managed service provider, an MSP here about 5 minutes away from our campus in Euless. And we were sitting down with their business leaders talking about upskilling their current employees. He's got some people that have got a little stagnant in their career and he wants them to continue to move up the chain. And absolutely, they're definitely looking at purchasing some of our training programs for their people so they can get new certifications and be able to move up the food chain inside their business. So those are definitely things that we can do. And we actually between you and I, we actually started a conversation about how do we set up an apprenticeship with his business as well.
Wow,
so,
that is great.
We're in the very, very early stages of that conversation, but they're very interested, and we definitely want to try and get an apprenticeship set up for the IT side of the house. So that's something that's on my vision board for 2025. So something we're working on.
That's awesome. Because I'm thinking, I talk to job seekers all the time. Anything that you job seekers can get to help modify, improve your background and where you're going, I think that's best. John, do you guys get involved in the project management programs, the PMPs, and some of the things or do project managers have to go to the PMI to get that?
No, so we definitely are a PMI approved training school, and we provide training to be able to earn PMP. It's definitely one of our most popular programs as far as like we offer a 4-month long course that will cover over multiple certifications. So it's a project management program, but it includes like ITIL and COVID.
Oh, okay.
Scrum Master and project management all wrapped into a program, right? So there's multiple certification opportunities. And we have students every single month starting courses for those business leadership certifications, and again, funded through the workforce. So yeah, the PMP and those leadership certifications are super popular right now as well. So, and I mean, I think what's really interesting about these certifications, especially, you know, if you live in DFW or you live in a large metro area, is the job market is super competitive, right? And you know, it's like, what are you doing to stand out from everybody else that is applying for the same jobs? And certifications is a way to validate your skill set, validate your knowledge, but it's also a shiny object you can throw on your resume and your LinkedIn page. It will allow you to stand out from everybody else applying for the same job.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Absolutely. And I want to say I'm so grateful that you came on today to share about this, because I think sometimes, and I caught myself doing this, when you're in between jobs or you have an unexpected layoff, you know, you go through your grief stages, right? And it's easy to get caught up in your frustration and your grief and anger and the different stages you get through. But if you take a different, if you rewrite the narrative in your head and take it as an opportunity to upscale yourself and jump on great opportunities like what you're mentioning, pretty much every career field probably has opportunities to upscale through the Texas Workforce Commission, and then having you on the show to share more around the IT space and different things you can do to upscale. Take advantage of that. It could be a blessing in disguise that can open up even better doors, more pay, you know, that type of thing. And especially in IT, things, you know, software and technology changes every month. I mean, take advantage of this and take advantage of the fact you can get a lot of this done for free. When you're working full time, it is a little bit harder because you have a full-time job, and typically, unless you can find a unique grant situation, you're going to be paying for it out of your pocket, right? And so I honestly know an individual that was in like digital marketing, and he experienced a layoff. It lasted almost a year, but through the Texas Workforce Commission, the county he lived in, he was eligible for the project management program. He went through, he obtained his project management certification, and guess what? His company ended up bringing him back. It was almost a year later, but they brought him back, and now he has even more skills than he did the first time he was there. How great is that? So yeah, I'm just so glad that we are talking about this today, and I appreciate you sharing this wisdom, because I think a lot of people don't realize. I didn't know.
What you just said there. What you just said there about the I don't know is huge. The workforce doesn't market these programs, and you know, prior to COVID, when you were going through the unemployment process, a lot of times you went physically into a workforce, into an unemployment office. We don't do that anymore, right? So unless we physically go into a workforce office, we don't know what kind of benefits are out there for us. And the workforce, just because I've got such a relationship here in DFW, they very much rely on me to send people to them, because they've got money to spend, y'all. They have a lot of money to spend for these grants. It's not like Tarrant County and Dallas County and the North Central surrounding DFW counties, but really any major city in the U.S. has WIOA programs at their own offices, right? And it's not like they have tens of dollars. They have millions of dollars to spend on training grants like this. And at the end of the day, their goal is to a highly trained, successful workforce pays tax dollars, and they want to invest in you to get you back to work, to have those tax dollars coming through. So great programs. And I'm definitely here to talk to anybody about these programs. On, you know, if you're interested in my training, let's get you sent over to a workforce. If you're not interested in my training, I can still coach you over to a workforce.
That's awesome.
So please reach out to me, and I can be a resource to help you with your transition.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome.
Every time I think of certifications, I always think of project management. I'm heavily involved with Fort Worth and Dallas project management associations. And guys, a lot of times, now I remember, now I'm dating myself a little bit. Dana, you probably remember some of this stuff. And definitely Kelly, because Kelly's been involved in talent acquisition before as well. There was a time where if you did not have a PMP, they weren't too concerned about that. They were looking to hire the experience. Now, sometimes you'll still run into hiring managers that think along those lines, but not so much anymore now that PMP has been around for so long. It
Mhm.
most of the project management positions that I see will put down a requirement or a must have for a PMP certification. If you
Yep.
don't have that certification, if you're involved in that process with John or whoever, make sure you put that on your resume that you are involved, and if you know your projected finish date, put that on there and let those companies know that you are in the process of getting your PMP.
That I agree. I did that on my resume. I was working on my SPHR, and I also had
Oh
one or
yeah.
two courses on Coursera, which is really affordable. It's like
Hmm.
$34 a month, and you can take as many certifications you want and get those certifications and upload them to your LinkedIn profile. So I went and made sure that my resume did show what certifications I'm in process of obtaining, because you want to
Uh-huh.
show potential employers you're a learner, you're proactive, you you believe in growing professionally, and it's a good look for resumes.
All right. Looks like we're about to go to a commercial. We're already up to time. This stuff is good.
I
I
know,
want
what a great first half. I mean, and is there a way for us to get the website and the information into the chat?
Oh
For
yeah,
Computer
there
Mind?
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah,
John,
yeah,
put that in our private chat and we'll get it out there.
yeah, absolutely.
See you guys in after the commercials.
Z-
So,
Why have thousands of aspiring authors teamed up with Christian Faith Publishing to publish their book? Because Christian Faith Publishing is an author-friendly publisher who understands that your labor is more than just a book. We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process, professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the publishing industry. And as always, you will retain 100% of the rights to your book.
I was looking to find a company that I could trust, one that assisted in the editing process completely.
The most important qualities that I was looking for was a publisher who was honest and upfront, no hidden costs or fees, and owning the rights to my own work.
Christian Faith Publishing will publish, market, and sell your books in all major bookstores, online booksellers, as well as specialty Christian bookstores. Call for your free author submission kit.
800 978 4812. 800 978 4812. 800 978 4812. That's 800 978 4812.
Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solution Center for you, a family member, or a loved one suffering with diabetes. If you have lost your provider, or if you need a provider for diabetic supplies, you may qualify to receive your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. All you need is Medicare or private insurance to be potentially eligible. Call the Diabetes Solution Center right now for details. Just takes a couple of minutes. Our friendly, knowledgeable agents will give you free, no obligation information, handle all the insurance paperwork, and make sure your supplies are delivered directly to your door for free.
Call U.S. Medical Supply 24 hours a day. 800 597 9323. 800 597 9323. 800 597 9323. Call right now. 800 597 9323.
Joco Community Radio. Listen live at tunein.com.
Good morning, Jobfather Nation. We just had an exciting first half, and we will get the information in the public chat in case you're interested in learning more about the programs we discussed on the first half. And just a reminder, we're proud to be a part of Joco Radio, which is a member of EMG, a radio and podcast collective. And this Radio and Podcast Collective is proudly serving communities like Johnson and Tarrant County, Texas. We're live 365 on the TuneIn Radio Network and on our station app. Check out our lineup and more at tuneinjoco.com. Again, we are so excited, Jobfather Nation, for you to be back with us for the second half of the show. We have got an incredible individual that Foster is about to introduce. Just put on your seatbelts. But before we get there, okay, Foster, do we have a dad joke that can top the one from the first half?
Well, let's see. I think it does a little bit. It's kind of totally different mode of thinking. So,
Okay.
one of my best friends, I'm always talking about Bubba, Jeff Little. Jeff says, Foster,
Bubba.
he goes, yeah, Bubba. Jeff says, Foster, I've got it figured out how I can get a smoking hot body for the ladies. I said, tell me what it is. You know, we're both single. He goes, we just need to go get cremated.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Jeff says it's over for us to have a smoking hot body.
That actually is good, though. You never
like
cease to amaze me, Foster. Seriously.
I'm digging up these dad jokes all week long. You guys just don't know. I want to invite people for a new idea that I just had at the commercial. If you have a good dad joke that you want me to talk about on this show, email me, foster.williams@sbcglobal.net. And hey, we'll keep this dad joke thing just going. Mark Elder started this years ago, Dana, and I said, you know what, I need to keep this thing going. And so there you have it. Guys, I want to introduce you to my long-time friend. Isn't that good? Kelly Wells is down there, and she's going to talk to me. I'm going to say she is in job transition, obviously, because it's on the second part of this show. But, guys, I can say this about Kelly. I've known Kelly. I don't want to tell you how many years I've known Kelly. But Kelly is the most robust HR leader that I have run across. Kelly is going to be telling us. Kelly's got experience in a number of different countries, and you know, if you need somebody to lead your company's HR and sit on the table and have a seat at the table with the CEOs and all those people, Kelly is going to be your lady. She's going to tell you all the things that she has, not all the things because she can't do that, but she's going to tell you many things that you got. I want your companies to hear. I've invited a lot of you guys' companies out here to hear Kelly, because there is not a leader in HR like Kelly. I really, truly do not believe that. So, hey, Kel.
Hey, Kelly.
Hi, Foster. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I'm glad that you can join us. It's rare that I see Kelly in Job Search, because you companies gobble her up, boy. And that's the way it should be, because Kelly is really, really got this HR thing down. So, Kelly, let's talk about what you're looking for. Let's talk about your background, because there's a lot of different applications that companies can engage you to lead for them.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. So one of the things I've been doing the last 11 years, I've actually have been doing human resources consulting. And what that means, been working for I work for many different companies on a fractional basis. They may not need a full-time HR leader, but they may need them 8 hours a week, 24 hours a week. So that's more cost effective for a lot of companies. What does that mean? That means that you could be able to go in and set up their HR department and then get an HR generalist that can be able to do the day-to-day from it. The other things that has been very important is with companies that are going through mergers and acquisitions. That a lot of companies don't bring human resources in until the M&A, until they've already bought a company. Then it's kind of like, oh, we bought a company. Now go fix it. Go get it together.
Yep.
And so have been at the seat where I've been doing it for the mergers and acquisitions. The other thing that's really important, that you have some board of directors that actually want to see what the health of their HR department is. And what does that mean? That means that you can be able to go in and do an HR audit or
Yeah.
assessment to be
Yeah.
able to make sure their handbooks are up to date, or what's any new policies that need to be done, or what is their strategic goal, what they're going to be doing in the future. So you look at that all together to do things, as well as doing the day-to-day, when I would say the day-to-day type stuff, the employee relations, doing comp, making sure that you are doing comp surveys to make sure that you're paying people. If you see that you're having a lot of high turnover, what does that mean? Are you doing stay interviews? I'm just babbling. So
Keep right on
that's just
babbling.
This
You
is
know,
great.
hey,
So
I
I've got a question for you,
yes.
go
Kelly. So
ahead,
you've been
Dana.
consulting. Oh, thank you, Foster. So I know you've been consulting, and I think that's fabulous. What kind of roles are you looking for? Do you want to continue to consult? Are you open to full-time opportunities? Kind of where are you at this point in your career? And then after we understand a little bit more, if you're looking to continue to consult, or whether you would be open to like joining an organization full-time, what types of roles are you
Okay.
targeting?
Fair enough. So I am open. I see that my background can go several different ways. I can stay in the consulting side, but I've also have worked for 3 years as doing a fractional. I was a CHRO for a company of 6,500 employees there. And so I really enjoy that to be able to run the different department, to look at the team, to be able to get their skills up, and then be able to have a stabilized HR team is what it is.
Got it.
What Foster said earlier. So I also have a lot of global experience. I've actually lived
Yep.
over in Asia as well too. So that's what.
Wow.
Yeah, I
I
lost her
have.
for a few years.
Oh
So I have.
man.
So I really enjoy the global side of it
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So I would like to either go into the ideal one would be if there was something that would be a global or running a department, or the consulting. I can see I can go two different ways there. And I know that sounds a little bit wishy-washy, but to me, it's the people who I work for, and it's to make sure that I do have a seat at the table, that to be able to add value to the organization. Did that
That
Hmm.
answer
makes
it for
sense.
you?
It does. It does. And I want to take this one step further. So a lot of
Okay.
times when I'm working on these high level positions, whether it's director, vice president, senior vice president, or CHRO, chief HR officer, for those that are listening that may not know what that is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes when people are consulting, I've had this come up quite a bit, and I think this would be great for our listeners, just to dispel any maybe potential concerns. Sometimes hiring leaders will say, well, this person's been consulting for a while. We want someone who they've been consulting a while, they go in and they fix messes. We need someone that can come in, not only fix or manage or improve our current processes, but stay invested, and I guess you could say troubleshoot and continue to keep it running. And the whole keeping it running is a whole different skill set than
Mhm.
coming in and fixing a problem and setting it up, then
Yeah.
keeping it running. What do you say to potential employers that might ask that question?
And that's actually is very valid, because I have
Hmm.
seen where people are like, oh, you're consulting. I'm just not sure this is the right fit for you. What I was doing and the consulting for the fractional was doing just that, but for many different clients. I'm putting
Got it.
not only my fixing, but I'm doing the maintenance for it, doing the employee relation investigations, just be able to keep on helping the department there. And I don't know if I quite answered your question or not, Dana. Did
You
that?
did. Absolutely. No, that is great. Thank you. Yeah, because I think it's a misconception sometimes
It
with
is. Absolutely.
high level hiring leaders, that consultants only come in and make changes, but then they're not there to necessarily monitor and deploy their changes, right? And that's not always the case.
That's not always the case. One thing I'd like to say about Kelly, and one thing I like to tell people, the reason that I know Kelly is because Kelly can come in and dissect your HR function and see how it is performing. Now, you companies that have, you might be headquartered overseas, and a number
Mhm.
of the large companies here in Dallas Fort Worth, or well, not just DFW, but big cities have facilities in Mexico, in Asia Pacific, or whatever. Kelly is going to be that person that can go and set up whatever it is that you need for functionality in those areas, and make sure that the senior leaders understand what's going on and that they buy off on this thing. Kelly is that HR person that we are always in HR. We're always fussing about. We never get a seat at the table. Well, Kelly had Kelly can't say that. Kelly's had that seat at
That's
the
right.
table. And me as a talent acquisition director, I basically do the same thing, only I focus on talent acquisition. Hey, we have this going on. Are there people out there to hire? Can we get them? What, how can we get them? How much money is it going to cost? Da, 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 da. All those questions that
Mhm.
these senior level
Yeah.
executives ask, and they ask very, very high level questions. Well, Kelly's going to be that person that's going to come in there and tell you, hey, this is what it looks like. If she needs a little time to research, she can do that. Kelly comes with a network, um, and she can find out, hey, Kelly can quickly find out the answer to those questions and then deliver it to you in a way that you can understand.
That's
So
amazing.
Kelly didn't shake her head this way, so I must not be lying.
No, you are. I'm just reading. There's a message that was in the chat that I'm going to need to reach out to. He said he could not reach out to me, but
Yeah,
I'm going to.
Gerard Roble. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get you two hooked up. So
No, so
guys,
I have a little
go ahead.
funny
Go ahead.
story here. So
I
I
love it.
was talking to a oops.
Ooh.
So I was talking to a potential client a while back, and what it was is that they were in Australia
Okay.
and they wanted to start doing business in Dallas, but they had a person that was in Tokyo, Japan. So I
Okay.
had it from Australia, Tokyo, and then Dallas to have this conversation. The first thing I did was, because it was morning Tokyo time, so I said Ohio gozaimasu, which is good morning in Japanese, and
Oh wow,
immediately
now I learned something.
they immediately signed the contract because I connected, because I immediately
Yeah.
connected with them, figuring out what
Yeah.
was going to be important to them.
Guys, and that is a word that I use all the time. Dana uses it all the time. That
It's
connect,
important.
what it's all about. We've got so much technology that we've been inundated with here recently, guys. We all feel like 24 hours is not enough time for me to get my job done. I got all these projects and everything. So, but if you can find a leader, or if you can find a significant person, whatever that looks like, make a connection with that person. Now, I'm talking about a relationship. Dana and I get close to the screen when I say that word, but a relationship ensues from being able to connect. John Matczyski and I connected because I hear and see, I'm a talent acquisition executive. So I hear and see people and hiring managers wanting certifications all the time. So when I met
All
John,
the time.
we had something to talk about. Then I
Yep.
found out, hey, John's a cool dude. He doesn't run out the
Mhm.
door the other opposite direction when I show up. And John and I have had some good contacts. And next thing you know, I say, hey, John, would you come out to the components of the Career Search Network and tell everybody about this value that you carry? So, guys, if you make that connect, and I want to give Kelly credit for that word, she said connect today, make that connection. Now, back that connection up with a continued connection. You already have a something that you both agree on, and you already got something
Right.
you want to talk about. Build a relationship behind that, because I have not seen any situation, even these recent ones, that a relationship could not work its way through.
Exactly. I think you said
Kelly,
that so well, Foster.
man, it came out of my head. Can you believe that?
What? No, I'm just kidding.
I'll tell you about a relationship. So Kelly and I have been part of. There's a bunch of us that have been around forever. It seems like forever. It ain't been forever, y'all. But we are a family. We all have significant parts that we play. We are all very branded as being executive leaders in our areas of expertise. Now, we get together. We went way over. Were we in Richardson? Yeah, was that Richardson we were in
Is actually
yesterday?
was no, it
It's
was in.
crazy. I don't know whether I'm in Dallas or Richardson over there.
I think it was Richardson. It was right there on the
Hmm.
border.
Uh-huh. It's a really, really neat. And Kelly, you get a kick. Well, you do get a kick out of it because it is an Asian market over there. We went to a
Hmm.
restaurant called Bistro B. You guys ever get a chance to go? You'll be if you like Asian food, you will get your socks knocked off in Bistro B. So take
That's
an extra
funny.
pair of socks because they're gonna knock them off.
You know it.
But
It had
guys,
about
that's how Kelly and I
500.
find that. Yeah,
It had about
yeah,
500 items on the menu.
yeah, yeah. That's no lie.
Wow. Wow.
It's crazy. But that's how Kelly and I and others, Dana's one of them, we learn things by building those relationships with people. It just so happens that the coolest people are the ones that know the most. I don't get that one, but it works that way. So, companies, now Kelly is available right now. She is available. I think you guys ought to give her a call and talk to her about certain issues. She's got time to do that with you now, and you guys can
Yes.
come up with something. You might want to bring Kelly in for a couple of days. You might want to bring Kelly in for good. Now you're gonna have to set up a good deal with her. She's not cheap now. You got to set up a good deal with her. But but I guarantee you I am endorsing at my highest level of endorsement, which would be the Jobfather Golden Seal of Endorsement for Kelly Wells. Her last
Yes,
name is
absolutely.
Wells. Go find her on LinkedIn. And Kelly, what is the best way to contact you?
So it looks like that LinkedIn was not working. So I'll get that fixed there. So probably that I'll put in my phone number. So I'll put in
Okay,
my phone number, my email in the chat right now.
perfect,
Yeah.
perfect, perfect.
Yep. When you have a powerhouse like Kelly who can come in and oversee, troubleshoot, align, strategize, and roll out an entire HR arm, that's huge. And the
Hmm.
global experience on top of that is huge. There's a lot of complexities to working with companies that have locations outside of the US. There's all kinds of different
Right.
compliance and legalities that go with that. So obviously Kelly is well versed. Definitely reach out to her.
I want to say another thing that I just want to bring it up and put it on our minds. Guys, a lot of you companies, a lot of y'all right now are looking at mergers. You're acquiring other companies.
Hmm.
Kelly has a number of years of
Ooh,
experience in M&A.
yeah.
And guys, we call it M&A. Listen, guys, when you are going to I almost use my medical term, Dana, but it's too long. When you are going to merge with another company, when you're going to acquire another company, there's a lot of things to think about. There's a lot of areas that you're buying that company because you have not been there before, and you want to strengthen up your arm of the company to do that area of business. Well, how do I put that together? What do I need to do before that acquisition, before I sign that piece of paper? I guarantee you companies want to talk to Kelly, bring her in on that talk. Leaders, I hope you're listening to
Absolutely.
me.
And then
Absolutely.
also looking at my LinkedIn there, I actually just wrote a blog about
Yes.
M&As. I just wrote a blog several months back specifically on M&A to get HR to the seat of the table before they buy companies. And a
Hmm.
lot of CEOs really liked it, and it made them really think versus just having it with the finance team going out doing all the due diligence.
That's so true. So important.
Dana, the only person that I can put in the box, and my box is getting big now, but the only person I can put in the box with Kelly is Nigel Fisher, our buddy Nigel.
Yep. Yep. Nigel's amazing.
In fact, I've got to. I mentioned her yesterday, Kelly, and it wasn't a guy. It's a lady named Nigel, and I've got to introduce you to Nigel. I will
Yes.
do that on LinkedIn.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
That's my number one thing anyway.
Yeah. Connecting. That's why you're the job father.
Oh
It
yeah,
is. Yeah,
one
Foster and I
of the
go
reasons.
way back. So
Yeah,
like you said, we go back way back.
we do. We do.
Yes.
Kelly drives cool cars, and so she was already in with me because she had a cool car. She got a number, have had a number of cool cars.
Exactly. Go Kelly.
See, guys, there's always somewhere you can connect. That word connect, I like. I think I'm going to stand on that word for a few weeks, Dana, because there's a number of things in LinkedIn, guys. When you find a leader like Kelly, you are in. Let's just take here's a different situation, guys. You're in HR, you want to grow. You want to develop a relationship with a person like Kelly. How do I do that? Well, go to Kelly's LinkedIn, guys. You want to, of course, you want to link with her, but go to Kelly's LinkedIn, see what she is blogging about. You might have some ideas about a common interest that you guys have right there, and connect with Kelly and say, Kelly, I saw your blog on M&A, and I've got a few things that I've been involved in M&A, and I got some questions for you. I'd like to connect with you here on LinkedIn. You know what? I bet she'll connect with you.
Oh
Absolutely. And I have a checklist. I use a checklist that's always good for the M&As side of it too.
Mm-hmm. I love it. So guys, when I mention this word connect, and it's going to precede relationship, because a lot of you guys look at me funny. You go, Foster, you're always talking about relationship. What are you talking about? There's a number, guys, of components to this billing relationship thing, and it starts with that connection. Start low hanging fruit. Kelly likes cool cars. You know what Foster talked about? Hey, Kelly, tell me what kind of car you got. And and this is probably 20 or so years ago. And Kelly hadn't fired me yet, guys. I'm still her friend. How about that? I get invited to lunch and everything.
Yes, still a friend.
There we go. Awesome. I just love it. And this is what's so amazing about Foster is just his natural gift, God-given gift to connect people and build strong relationships.
Absolutely.
It's such a gift, Foster, and the Jobfather Nation is so
Well,
grateful
thank
for
you.
you. And I just want to say, don't forget Jobfather Nation. There is a lot it takes to run all of these job networking groups and helping all these people day in and day out and networking and connecting people. There's a lot of costs behind the scenes, so don't forget to
Lots.
head over to Search for You Inc. Foster's website, and you can make a donation to help support the job
Help
seeker
keep this
community.
network going. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really important because there's so much work that goes on behind the scenes, more than just in the 5 or 6 years I've been partnering with Foster, seeing the amount of work and what goes on behind the scenes to make these career fairs, to make these radio shows, to make all these things happen to help people. It's a lot of work. So just keep that in mind.
I agree with that Dana Gingerich lady there, what she just said.
What she said.
What she said, what Dana said. So,
Yeah.
John, I think maybe do you know Craig Bullhall, John? Have we introduced you to him?
I do know
Absolutely.
Craig. I've done some presentation at his business events in Irving in
Good.
the
Good.
past. I probably need to reach out to him again. It's been a while.
I don't know because we have well over 100,000 active job seekers here just in Dallas Fort Worth. Uh, John, we have an event now. I know you've seen it on LinkedIn. It's kind of hard to miss. The Meet the Recruiter event, and there's, oh my goodness, we had 300 people at the last event, and I am thinking that maybe a conversation with you and Craig might carry a lot of value,
Sure.
because a lot of people don't know about you guys. A lot of people are trying to figure out how they can compete in the marketplace with so many people getting laid off and stuff like that. So, uh, if we need to have further conversation about that, you and I, we know how to get in contact with each other. We got each other's phone numbers.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
thanks, Kelly, for
Definitely want to have that conversation.
yeah. Thanks, Kelly, for coming on board, because you sparked my mind here to remember to talk to tell John about our Meet the Recruiter activity, and I definitely want to share that with you. You are a rare job seeker, Kelly. I like to say that. Now I've got
Thank you.
Dana and I both have about a 50,000 foot view of job search. You know, and
Mhm.
me, a lot of people come now. I'm not bragging on Foster. I just care, guys, and people come to me because I do care. I want to know about what's going on. And so I will go and find out. because I actually, Dana, I'm having to get rid of some people on LinkedIn just so I can add people. I've maxed out. Gail,
You
you should
have
have.
not. There's a
Yeah.
such thing as maxing out?
Yeah,
You're
30,000 is the
kidding.
On
limit.
LinkedIn, 30,000.
30,000 is the limit.
I have never heard that. That is stupid. I
You
can't
can have
believe
unlimited
that.
followers, but you can only have 30K direct
Yeah, you
connections.
can have unlimited followers. So y'all get to following me. And now that I'm at that level, I have
What?
to go. I have to go and make more posts, guys. And I will. I promise you, I'll be making more posts because there's a lot of things that I see that a lot of people are not comfortable talking to job seekers about because it ain't gonna make y'all happy, but it's truth anyhow, and you need to know. And I ain't got no problem telling you guys what's going on. Uh-oh, I hear
Oh
music.
man.
Dana, let's dance.
Awesome.
So next Friday we will be here, and same bat channel, same bat time, same bat job father. See ya.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly and John.
Thank you, Foster. Thank you, Dana.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Thank you.
If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair, the world's lightest wheelchair, is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16.